led you to your characters in Twilight? What led you to joining what is now a huge franchise? I'll start with you, Jackson.
Oh, well, there's a gigantic casting call all throughout the world for Twilight, and I remember walking to the audition. I was playing my guitar, busking along the streets as I went there, and sitting in the audition room. I had no idea what was in store for me for the rest of my life. I got to audition with Catherine Hardwicke many times. We actually flew together to Philadelphia. She had me read Kristen Stewart for her audition for Bella, so I got to screen test Kristen Stewart in Philly, which is hilarious because Catherine is kind of a kooky lady, right? We can all agree on that, if you guys know. She's like, okay, Jackson, what I want you to do is have Kristen jump on your back and just run around the square. And so I've got like 16, 17-year-old Kristen Stewart on my back, and I'm like just running through chasing pigeons in Philadelphia. And that was my audition to play Jasper? I still don't get it, but hey, I'm here and I get to see all of y'all, so this worked out pretty well.
Apparently you nailed
agency, I believe, right? KSA. So it was really kind of nice to have friends in the industry who can then, you know, bring you into projects. I remember Ashley's the one's like, hey, did you read the books? And I had no idea there were books. So I got those as soon as possible, loved them. Really love them. And I love Midnight Sun the most now because there's more Cullens and Emmett in there, and it's just been a fun journey, really.
I haven't read it.
What? Chapter like 12.
I haven't read Midnight Sun on purpose though, not because I'm lazy. It's just, everyone keeps saying it's from Edward's perspective, and I feel like as Carlisle, it's like reading your kid's diary. So I'm like, it just feels weird to like get inside his head. Also, I don't want to know what he knows about me, you know what I mean? But what if he's like, I hate Carlisle, why'd he do this to me? And like, I don't want to know. As a dad, myself, I don't want to know half the things my kids think about.
Agree with that one.
Hi. Yeah, so same thing, huge casting happened and my team was like, listen, this is a really important audition. They sent over basically the descriptions that was really nothing to go off of. It was like 17-year-old girl, and I asked for more info and they said there's books. So I went out and read Twilight in like a day, I think, or a day and a half, and just fell in love with this book like many of you did, and was like, I have to be in this movie and I have to book this part. And thankfully it worked out, but I had to audition like 5 times, and I initially auditioned for Bella, which I clearly was not right for.
Were you running around on Jackson's back? I thought I saw you.
Jackson, get over here.
It's like, who are those two people?
But yeah, anyways, and then they brought me in because Stephanie said that looks like Alice, and the rest is history.
I'm sorry, I'm taking over your spot. So tell me.
Coming for your spot.
This is fascinating. But no, seriously, I wanted to know, like, so you read for Bella's role, out of those 5 auditions, was it always for Bella, or was it like 3 times for Bella and then they switched you over to Alice and you read twice for Alice, or were they like Jackson where they were like, oh, we just know from you reading Bella that you're Alice?
Yeah, no, it was once for Bella and then everything else was Alice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I really hadn't, Twilight was basically my first real job. And so they had me read a lot to make sure that I was right and that I could handle taking on the role. And so if they had me get the same thing though, Catherine had me like jumping off of fake trees and throwing fake baseballs and really like acting out these scenes.
What is it from? I think Eclipse had a lot more opportunities for us to do stunts. However, there was something really fun about the first Twilight movie. I don't know if you know this, but Catherine Hardwicke made us all 4 of us definitely, we did cat movement classes.
I remember that.
You guys remember cat movement?
Meow.
Yeah, I was so uncomfortable.
A demonstration.
Meow.
What if we threw a ball of yarn at you? What would you do?
I would chase it. And then when I got the ball of yarn, I would play with it.
That was your favorite stunt? What's the cat class?
I think that was the day we all bonded. It was like 2 days, 3 days into rehearsal, and we're all cats.
Yeah.
So
She did a good job. We all were idiots in front of each
yeah,
other.
we're just like, all right.
Yeah. Well, I personally love Breaking Dawn because Alice got to do a lot of really fun fight scenes. I mean, I got to kick Aro in the face, which was pretty awesome.
So I read the scripts for Breaking Dawn, and I was so excited because like all this action was happening, and then I realized, oh, I don't get to do any of it because my head gets cut off in like 3 seconds. Spoiler alert. Spoilers. But I was like, oh man, I don't get to do any of the action stuff. And they were all training and having fun. I had like one leap and my head got cut off. I don't get to do any of that. But it was such a great moment in the theater to have that because like everybody just audibly gasped because it wasn't expected. My kids started crying. They're still in therapy. But yeah, it was a cool moment.
You got a lot of action, I think.
Yeah. I mean,
Arm wrestling.
More action than lines. I feel like, which is fine. I love the baseball scene, especially like the stuff with Rob, because watching Rob try and do stunts was just hilarious. That first movie.
Shut up, he's Batman.
Yeah. You know, that's all the training took him.
He is vengeance.
Yes. And then Breaking Dawn. Yeah, any fight scenes were just a lot of fun. The one I didn't like was, I think it was New Moon or maybe Eclipse, but I had to wrestle a wolf and he knocked me into the river and that thing was so cold.
Which one was that? I don't remember.
Eclipse, there you go.
I should ask you guys, which movie is trivia?
And so,
Let's Go in the River.
and so I'm doing it, and you know, as vampires, you're not supposed to breathe. The water was like 30 degrees, and I'm like, and David, right? David, yeah, he's like, Kelly, we can see the air coming out of your nose. I'm like, this is cold. This is freezing. And like, I'm turning purple instead of white. It was a very cold day.
So sorry.
I mean, it's actually really nice because it would have been terrible if we had to go through like 5 or 6, 7 years of like hating each other, which some cast
like
that happens to, I think. But I always felt like we were, you know, like family.
Yeah. We're all tight knit.
We all like each other a lot.
But like people are like, do you guys talk a lot? Do you guys see each other? I said, no, but it's like Thanksgiving, you know, when you see family that you haven't seen for a while, and you're just like, you saw them yesterday, and that's the sign of like good friendship and family, and that's how I feel about all of them.
Did everyone just sort of click right away? Was it something that just kind of happened pretty instantly?
Cat
Or
class.
work on it?
Cat
class. Yeah.
Cat class is what a way to bond.
It's trauma bonding is what that is. Like, you all are cats now. It's like, this is the movie we signed up for.
I mean, I'm very mad that I went a little too far. There's a litter box in the back of the room.
Oh no.
It's disturbing to see this grown man crouch on a pile of sand and let go.
A bald eagle.
I wish I saw this in the future. You know, I've always been quite partial to monkeys. So I think being a monkey would be pretty dope, man. It'd be cool to swing in the tree, you know, throw stuff at people. People think you're cute, but you're also not. You know, I think maybe I am a monkey. Shoot. Yeah, I'm a monkey.
If the albatross was still around, I love flying. I love being in the air, and that bird was massive, so I'd probably be that.
Probably a dolphin. Dolphins are pretty. Yeah.
You said bald eagle, and now you're changing it. He laughed at you.
I would like to have both. Thank you.
A bald dolphin.
I'm a bald.
Is there a hairy dolphin?
They have hair.
She morphs. One day I'm a dolphin, one day I'm a bald eagle.
That's genius.
I want
Yes.
the best of
That's
both
cheating. I want that.
I'll go cat. I'm just gonna go cat. It's the litter box.
Can we get one more question? Because
Yeah.
she's been standing there the whole time.